Hello my friends and welcome to the highest bases. Well guys, episode 15. So it's been quite a while, quite a lot of episodes if you ask me, quite a lot of bases. 1274 this is the third episode into the mini series, which is into the other series, the highest bases. A little bit complicated, but we are not gonna complain about that. So this is the progress, we are a little bit higher now, and we are against brilliant bases. So let's see how this one goes. So far so good. We have oh, I see, we have sharpshooters there shooting. This is one of the tricks that I love the most. Where is the barrels? Haha, found the barrels. He was trying to trick me there. But let's blow the big gun straight away. We're not gonna waste any more time there. We found the small trick. The bounty hunters are all coming out with the sharpshooters and the chemist. It's a good combo there, if you ask me, guys. It's pretty the best actually. That the best units that you can pair with the sharpshooters. Those sharpshooters there in the corner kind of annoy me. I lost a lot of units to them. I thought my units are gonna turn around sooner than they did, but I had to use the missile. I should have used it straight away. I lost quite a few important units there. But the life goes on and the battle goes on. So first focus fire, we got rid of some of the commandos there. I got rid of them because the pew there didn't affect them, didn't affect my focus fire, so it's one job done just before we focus on the other one. It's a lot of units coming out, and that could tell me I'm gonna get a lot of commander abilities, so I'm using everything I can to get me closer. But the more you destroy, the more units you get rid of, the more energy you have, obviously, to keep spawning. So you can see we are struggling now with troops. I like to run with a full squad all the time. We managed to get it now, but that was just because we start destroying things, the focus fires and all of that. So we had to use the focus fire. Sometimes it's better use it before, not at the perfect time, and just get a little bit of troops to protect your other units. So there we go. We are gonna use, this is tough. We're gonna use the missile in the corner. That commando in the corner, the rank 5-1, it's absolutely brilliant. You see how long it took my units to actually get rid of it with a missile added to that. So yeah, struggling a little bit. I am not surprised. Those bases are some of the best bases in the game, so yeah, a little bit of a struggle, it's necessary. If not, without struggle it wouldn't be any point. Anyway, so there we go. We're gonna get rid of that mortar sneakily. Job done. 10th next. So yeah, again, a brilliant base. The placement of the veterans, absolutely insane. I think it's a great base. It's a great idea. It's smart. The way the veterans were placed, if I didn't have that many focus fire, I would have probably struggled a little bit more than this. So yeah, it depends. It varies so much each raid in Guns Up Mobile. Because it depends what specials you get, what commander abilities you get. It depends what units you use, and all the random things that makes it interesting. It depends how the volunteer badge works in defense as well. Sometimes you can trigger it, sometimes you don't. So it's not the same every time. But in our case, I'm happy enough. It worked quite well for us in this situation. A victory. It will be a victory, well, at least I hope it's gonna be a victory, because we are running low on time. No focus fire. Well, the focus fire is loading there. Then this means we are gonna win 100%. because the bounty hunters intend to hold your units for quite a long time. You can see, quite a long time I said, and you can see I could have used the rally flag, I could have rushed this a little bit more, but we leave it to make it a little bit more dramatic. It's a victory. As I said, I like the base, I like the veteran placing, I like the actual units used. One of the best bases around for me. It could be improved obviously, but yeah, I will give it a 5-star. Love it. Now let's move to the next one, guys. Let's see what we get. 1272. This is a little bit different. I hope I chose this one because I wanted to show you something a little bit more different. In between those battles, as you should know, guys, I do a lot of other raids. I try to keep the bases that I already showed you out of it. Sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes my memory doesn't work as good. I suppose I'm getting a little bit older now. So getting old, basically, I wanted to say. So if I repeat a base, I'm already sorry for it. But this one, it's a little bit interesting because it's such a high base and it has chemists and flamers with the sharpshooters as well. So I try to understand why, because since the trailblazer, the flamer bases are not as powerful as they used to be, but I kind of start to understand why. This is the idea of this base. It's obviously stalling, and you can see units are shooting from 4 different angles. We spoke about this thing that I do appreciate, and I think it's extremely smart. This situation where in the choke points your units get caught in between 4 or 5 or 6 or 3, whatever it would have been, areas that shoot at you. So in our case, you have the flamers there, you have the chemists, you have the sharpshooters, which, you know, sharpshooters are doing a brilliant job. If you give the sharpshooters time to actually shoot, they are insanely good, and this is insanely productive. So that was something that I really appreciate about this base. It stopped my units, it made me lose a lot of time. I hope that I'm gonna get rid of them before I spawn the veterans and other units. I didn't, so it basically tricked me. The flamers are still in place in those sneaky corners, so yeah, it's a brilliant job. I understand why this base is this high now. That's why I wanted to attack it to get the hang of it, I suppose. Brilliant. So if anyone said flamer bases, which I said myself, are not great anymore, well, they still are. The trailblazers are great against the flamers, but the choke points, if you create them as smart as this one, it will still properly work. And that flamer was still shooting. It's like insane. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, I'm gonna try to get rid of some of the structures. I'm gonna try to get rid of as many AAs as possible. Unfortunately, I used by mistake a rally flag there, so my units are gonna push forward, which is gonna cost me quite a lot of them. So those, if you heard me before, guys, saying some mistakes that could happen during the raid, this is one of them. Unexpected. I got another commander ability. I knew where my focus fire was, and then I placed the rally flag because it just moved. I didn't think, I just instinct, you know. So those are the mistakes that could potentially happen during a raid, which they did happen. So yeah, we lost quite a lot of units there. Luckily we had a lot of energy and we did destroy many things on the way. So yeah, time wise we are struggling. energy and units and all of that, we are doing absolutely brilliant. So I suppose this base is this high because many players wouldn't finish it. We'll probably get rid of the main part of it and they will get 1 or 2 stars, but they wouldn't actually finish the base, because you can see it's a lot of structures there. They're not there for no reason, they're just to slow you down. But in my case, I have tear gas, which is extremely helpful. I have 1 rally flag and a focus fire, which is gonna finish the job absolutely nicely. Ooh, there we go. So this base doesn't even use the veterans. Imagine if we did. Ooh, if you could place them as you wanted. Wow, brilliant base, guys. 2 brilliant bases. But that being said, that's everything for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe as well, guys. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next video.